Hi everyone! Welcome again sa aking channel. For this video ay ituturo ko sa inyo yung continuation ng Unit 3 which is all about the inverse functions. This time, ang lesson natin is about the properties and graphs of inverse functions. Remember that inverse functions are two functions that are inverses of each other. That is verified through the use of composition of functions. And their properties, the domain and range are interchanged. Let's have some examples of inverse functions. Example number 1, find the domain and range of the given function and its inverse. Ang ating given function ay nasa form of set of ordered pairs, composed of 1, 17, 2, 11, 3, 5, 4, -1, and 5, -7. The solution will be, we're going to determine first the inverse function. Interchange the values of x and y to determine our inverse. Ito ang ating mga x values, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the y values are 17, 11, 5, -1, and -7. Therefore, ang ating inverse is f raised to -1 of x is equal to the set of ordered pairs 17, 1, 11, 2, 5, 3, -1, 4, and -7, 5. Then, i-conclude natin yung kanilang properties. Ito ulit yung ating function. Ito naman yung kanyang inverse. For this kind of function, ang i-determine lang nating properties ay domain and range. For our function, the domain are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is the values of x. Next, for the range, we have 17, 11, 5, -1, and -7. Ito naman ay values of y sa ating ordered pairs. For our inverse, ganun din ang kukunin nating properties. Ang kanyang domain ay yung values of x. We have 17, 11, 5, -1, and -7. Mas madali din siyang makuha galing sa original function. Manggagaling siya sa ating range. For our range ng ating inverse, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Siya yung values of y sa kanyang ordered pairs. Pero madali din siyang mahanap galing sa original function dahil ang domain ng function ay magiging range ng kanyang inverse. So this is the properties of inverse function. Nag-i-interchange ang kanilang mga properties. Ang domain ng function ay magiging range ng kanyang inverse at ang range ng function ay magiging domain ng kanyang inverse. Let's have one more example. Example number 2. Find the domain and range of the given function and its inverse. Ang given function natin is f of x is equal to x plus 1. The solution will be, we're going to determine first the inverse. Let's follow the 4 steps on how to determine the inverse. Step number 1 is replace f of x by y, then interchange the position of x and y, then solve for the value of y. The value of y is x minus 1. Therefore, ang ating inverse is f raised to -1 of x is equal to x minus 1. Then, i-conclude natin yung kanilang properties. Ito ulit yung ating function, ito naman yung kanyang inverse. For our function, ang kanyang domain is all real numbers. All real numbers ang pwede dito kasi we have the linear function. Wala tayong domain restrictions. Pagdating sa kanyang range, wala din tayong restriction kasi nga linear function siya. Therefore, ang ating range is still all real numbers. Sa ating inverse, since ang ating inverse is also a linear function, ang kanyang domain ay walang restriction. Therefore, all real numbers. Madali lang din mahanap ang kanyang domain kasi manggagaling siya sa range ng function. Ang range naman ng ating inverse is wala din tayong restriction kaya all real numbers. Madali lang din siyang ma-determine manggagaling sa domain ng original function. Therefore, the same concept applied for inverse function na yung properties nila ay nag-i-interchange. Ang domain ng function ay range ng kanyang inverse at ang range ng function ay magiging domain ng kanyang inverse. Let's have one more example. Example number 3. Find the domain and range of the given function and its inverse. This time, ang ating given function is a rational function. F of x is equal to 5x minus 1 all over negative x plus 2. The solution will be, we're going to determine first ang kanyang inverse. I-follow ulit natin yung 4 steps ng pagkuha ng inverse. Replace f of x by y, then interchange the position of x and y, then solve for the value of y. Cross multiplication, then distribute x to the quantity, pagsamahin ang may mga variable y, then i-factor out ang y, then divide both sides by 5 plus x. Therefore, ang value ng y is 2x plus 1 all over 5 plus x. Therefore, ang ating inverse is f raised to negative 1 of x is equal to 2x plus 1 all over x plus 5. Then, i-conclude ulit natin yung kanilang properties. Ito ulit ang ating function and inverse function. Parehas silang rational function. Therefore, hindi lang domain or range ang kanilang properties. For our function, unahin natin ang domain. Alam natin kung paano kunin ang domain kapag rational function. Titignan natin yung magpapa-0 sa denominator and that is exception to the domain. Ang magpapa-0 ay positive 2 kaya ang ating domain is all real numbers except x is equal to 2. Pagdating sa x-intercept, ito yung value of x na magpapa-0 sa numerator. Ang numerator natin ay 5x minus 1, kaya ang magpapa-0 sa kanya ay 1 over 5. That is the x-intercept. Ang y-intercept naman is we're going to substitute 0 sa x. The answer is negative 1 half. Therefore, ang y-intercept natin ay y is equal to negative 1 half. Ang vertical asymptote ay madaling makita sa denominator. Kung ano yung magpapa-0 at magpapa-undefined sa ating function, that is the vertical asymptote. Siya rin yung ating restriction sa domain. Kaya ang ating vertical asymptote is x is equal to positive 2. Pagdating sa horizontal asymptote, titignan natin yung degrees ng numerator and the denominator. Ang degree ng numerator ay 1, ang degree ng denominator ay 1, kaya ang magiging sagot sa horizontal asymptote is the leading coefficient of the numerator 5 divided by the leading coefficient of the denominator which is negative 1. The answer is negative 5. Pagdating sa properties ng kanyang inverse, pwede nating i-follow ulit yung pagkuha ng mga properties ng rational function kasi ang kanyang inverse ay rational functions din. So pagdating sa domain, ang magpapa-0 sa denominator is negative 5. That is the exception to our domain. So the domain of our inverse is all real numbers except x is equal to negative 5. Pagdating sa x and y intercept, pwede nating i-follow yung pagkuha ng x and y intercept sa ating function or tingnan na lang natin siya sa kanyang original function. Dahil mag-i-interchange ang x-intercept and y-intercept. Ang x-intercept ng ating inverse ay x is equal to negative 1 half which is nanggaling sa y-intercept ng function. And then, ang y-intercept ng ating inverse is y is equal to 1 over 5 which is nanggaling sa x-intercept ng original function. Pagdating sa vertical and horizontal asymptote ng ating inverse, pwede rin natin siya makuha pag pinag-interchange natin yung vertical asymptote at horizontal asymptote ng original function. So, ang ating vertical asymptote is x is equal to negative 5, which is nanggaling sa horizontal asymptote ng function. And then, ang magiging horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 2, nanggaling naman siya sa vertical asymptote ng original function. The same concept applied whether it's a linear function or a rational function, that the properties of inverse function are interchangeable. Ang mga x and y intercept ay nag-interchange, ang vertical asymptote and horizontal asymptote ay nag-interchange din, as well as yung domain and range. So that is the properties of inverse function. Let's proceed to the graphs of inverse function. Ano kaya ang itsura ng ating dalawang function na inverse to each other? The graphs of inverse functions are reflections of each other in the imaginary diagonal mirror y is equal to x in the Cartesian plane. Suppose ito yung ating Cartesian plane, then ang sinasabi nating imaginary diagonal mirror ay yung gitnang-gitna na nakadiagonal sa ating Cartesian plane. So that is y is equal to x. And then, halimbawa meron tayong function dito. Ito ang ating function. Then, ire-reflect lang natin yan sa ating diagonal mirror at yun na ang magiging graph ng kanyang inverse. Therefore, ang graph ng kanyang inverse is like this. Naka-reflect sa ating diagonal mirror. Let's have one more example. Halimbawa, ang ating function ay ito, f of x. Then, ire-reflect lang natin siya sa ating diagonal mirror. Kaya ang magiging graph ng kanyang inverse is like this. Let's have more example with the actual functions. Gamitin natin yung ating example number 1 earlier. Ito ang ating f of x. Ito naman ang kanyang inverse. Sila ay naka-set of ordered pairs. Kaya kung i-graph natin yan ay ipa-plot natin yung mga points. Para sa ating f of x, yung ating original function, ang kanyang graph is like this. And then, pwedeng i-plot natin yung points ng kanyang inverse or pwedeng i-reflect na lang natin sa diagonal mirror yung graph ng f of x. Therefore, ang magiging graph ng kanyang inverse is like this. So that is the inverse. Let's have one more example. Example number 2. Halimbawa, ang ating function ay x plus 1 at ang kanyang inverse ay x minus 1. So dahil ang ating function ay linear function, ito ang kanyang magiging graph. Line, yung ating block, that is f of x. And then, i-reflect lang natin yan sa diagonal mirror. Siya na yung magiging graph ng ating inverse, which is x minus 1. So, ito ngayon ang magiging graph ng kanyang inverse. Line din kasi siya ay linear function din. Let's have one more example kapag rational functions naman. For example, we have two rational functions that are inverse to each other. Ito ang ating f of x, ito ang kanyang inverse. Kung i-graph natin yan, pagkatapos natin makuha yung kanyang mga properties, ang kanyang magiging graph is like this. So, meron tayong vertical asymptote sa x is equal to 2 at meron tayong horizontal asymptote sa y is equal to negative 5. So, dalawa ang region ng kanyang graph, isa dito, then isa dito, then asymptotic sa ating mga asymptotes. Yung graph ng ating inverse is pwede rin natin gawin is kunin yung kanyang properties at i-graph. Pero, mas madali kung i-reflect na lang natin yung ating graph ng f of x. Kung i-reflect natin ang graph ng f of x, ang graph ng kanyang inverse ay magiging ganito. So, ang vertical asymptote naman is x is equal to negative 5. Ang horizontal asymptote naman is y is equal to positive 2. Dalawa pa rin yung region ng curve, pero naka-reflect siya sa ating diagonal mirror. So that is the graphs of inverse function. The graph of inverse functions are reflections of each other in the imaginary diagonal line y is equal to x. This is the end of our lesson about the properties and graphs of inverse functions. This is also the end of our lessons under Unit 3 Inverse Functions. The next lesson will be all about exponential functions.